Hello. Hi. It's me, the Grandma Quilter, and this is in Quilt Fact, where the imperfect becomes perfectly loved. How y'all doing? I am trying to keep my decibels down. I realized this the other day when we were doing the live. I realized that with the mic, my voice, which is loud, was really loud. So I'm going to try to keep it down. Today, we're going to work on the coffee block. We're going to work on the coffee block. But a little bit of housekeeping first. I want to explain some things to everybody because, again, this is real new. We haven't been on for 2 months yet. I mean, that's how new this is. And it's really difficult for me sometimes to control my enthusiasm. I promised you all we're never going to script this, and I'm going to keep that promise. But I need you to understand something about me. So, those of you that are my diehard fans already, don't get frustrated. If you haven't noticed, I stutter. I do. I'm a stutterer. But I learned throughout my life to control that stutter by speaking slowly, pause, and think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Because many of you have noticed that I will start a thought, cut off halfway through, and jump to something else. And that's part of the process. So, what I'm going to try to do is to control myself again because I'm really enthusiastic about this. I have felt so much love from everybody that comments, people that have already subscribed to the channel. You guys rock. You make me feel appreciated. You make me feel loved. And that for me is very important for a person who never had a lot of friends. It's really cool. It's a trigger for me and it really makes me happy. So, do I want to improve? Yes. But am I going to leave who I am? No. I will never stop being who I am, ever. I will try to bring down the speed a little bit, just a tad. Bring down the volume a little bit because we're working on, getting the volume fixed on the mic and everything else. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I promise I'm gonna try. The shout outs will continue because this is such a fun journey watching everybody and becoming subscribing to other channels, seeing other small creators that are trying to grow, and it's been so much fun. So, but I'm going to be calling out small creators. If you're a small creator, you still don't have any momentum, leave a comment, let us know. We'll go check out your channel and we will promote you. We promise. I mean, I don't have a lot of pull or push yet, but hey, the small ones out there, we can keep on helping each other. That's what we're here for, right? Okay. All right. So let me see something. I wanted to check something. I'm looking at my board because that's where I remember things and it's been a blessing. Believe me, it's been a blessing. But no, there's nothing up there. Let's look. See what I mean? I did it there. Let's look at the block. Okay. I already cut everything out. There's the block we're gonna do today. You're not going to see me sewing because I'm doing this by myself today. Daughter's working, and I promise her I'm going to let her have her time with her family because she's dedicated. People believe me, she's dedicated to this, and she's having fun. My daughter's very creative, and keeping her mind occupied is very important to her. So doing this with me has been so much fun. But she needs to spend time with her kids, with her husband, in her home, and on her page doing her stuff. So twice a week, I'll be doing these mini uploads that she will edit and put on. And then on Sunday, we'll continue to do the lives unless you don't want me anymore. So anyway, we're going to work on this, and I'm going to show you the fabrics that I chose, because I got another little project I want to show you later. I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so this is the fabric choice. Yeah, you can see it. And remember, since it's just a block, all the pieces are in there. I promise you, everything's there. We're going to put it together. I'll sew and talk, because really, let's see if you can see what I'm doing. I found some more patterns that I'm in love with. I just saw a block and I'm going to try to develop. And if it works out, we're going to have fun with that one. It's a sewing machine block. It'd be cute to do as a wall hanging. Oh, it would look so adorable. Okay, so I'm going to start off like I do with the other ones. I'm going to start off making the handle because it's the easiest part to do. And it's the one to get out of the way quickly. I've got all my blocks here. Let me show you. There we go. Everything's there. All the pieces have been cut. And y'all remember that fabric North Carolina sent? Look. Told you I was going to put it in. Look. Going to be part of the mug. All right. So the first piece I'm going to pull is going to be I have two types of white here. See, I got to stop that. I have two types of white. The inside of the wreath, this inside of the wreath is going to be a white on white. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Let's see. It's got little snowflakes and stuff, but it sparkles. So that's going to be the first part. All right. That's the inside of the mug. And then we have our basic white for the outside of the block. So the inside of the mug is 1.5, 1.5 by 3.5. And if I'm mistaken, I think I screwed this up. Where'd I put that? No, it's here. It's here. I know it's got to be here. And if I screwed it up, you know what? I have more. So I can cut more. Yep. I didn't cut it right. This the rest of that. That's the outside. Where did I put you? Where did I put you? I could have sworn I did it. And I cut the wrong one. Let's see. Inside of the mug is 1 by 3.5. 1.5 by 3.5. And I did it wrong. Where did I cut this? 1.5. I did it 1.5 by 2.5, not 1.5 by 3.5. But again, like I said, don't go away. I'll be right back. I got it here. Ta-da! I'll cut this really quick. 1.5 by 3.5. Not a problem. You get back in the basket. Try. Wait a minute. Maybe it's in here. Who knows? See, this is why I call myself who I am. I'm the Grandma Quilter, and this is in Quiltfect. In Quiltfect, what does that mean? Imperfect. Let me move the camera just a tad, because I like to cut over here. I always like to cut low so it doesn't hurt my arm. And I have fabric, enough fabric here. Goodness, I know I cut. Stop. There we go. I don't have to cut the big one because I have my scraps. See, I have scraps all over this room. I have a basket. I will show you next episode. I have all I have in there is strips. That's it. I don't have anything else. Strips and more strips and even more strips. That's all I have in that basket. And that's all I do with it, make strips. Okay, so I'm going to cut this really quick. I don't like to cut on top where the sewing machine is. I'll do it sometimes, but the problem is the leaf, I can put it down, pull it up. That leaf, when I put it up, it makes like a little warp, and I can't cut firm. So I try not to. And then when I do, I only do it on the edge. It's this whole thing. So I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but again, I said I am not going to rush anything. I'm going to try to keep my decibels down. I'm going to try to complete a thought before anything else. So y'all understand? Okay, here we go. Cut this at 1.5, right? Make sure 1.5 by 2.5, 1.5 by 2.5, 1.5. Oh, wait a minute. See, I do have it. I know. It's just, look, with sewing, sometimes it's hard for me to concentrate when I'm doing, I have to focus. And it's like I have two whites here. I have the intense white that's going to be around the wreath that has the white on white, and then the white that's going to be on the outside. The white where the handle is not the white on the inside, and I'm thinking that's the one I'm going to use. So it's not. This is the white I'm using in the handle. So I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. So I have it. I have it. And thank goodness I didn't go. He didn't go. All right. So I have the 1 3/4, and I'm going to look for the 1 3/4. That's going to be the part of the handle, which is this one. Look how pretty that is. Isn't it cute? Remember, this is the Christmas cup. So I'm just going to sew these together. Sew them together. Get them done. It's the inside part. Let's get this done. So what have you all been working on? I'd love to know when you watch this. Please send in a comment. Let me see. Or if you can, put in pictures. Let me know what you're doing. Because, again, this for me, just talking to you guys while I'm working helps. It helps me. You know, I'm a boomer. So a lot of us out there are boomers. And when we were growing up, that stuff about mental health, yeah. You know, oh my goodness, I do this for my mental health. Oh no, this, let me get my little seam presser. Oh, this is for my mental health. We didn't have that when we were kids. When we were kids, you had an issue, dealt with it, and you moved on. Nowadays, everything is mental health, but I'll put it to you this way. This for me is therapeutic. Got this first one, see? This one goes inside next to the cup. This is part of the handle. Now we're going to do the other part of the handle, and that is 1.5 by 2.5. 2.5. That's this, and we're going to snowball it. Am I going to snowball it? Oh no, this one's got. I keep looking at the wreath. I keep looking at the wreath and confusing myself. Handle, people. Think about the handle. Yeah, I'm going to snowball this. So I got the little ones all cut here. Put this up, and I'm going to make my little. I do it. I have to. Well, do I have to? No. Do I want to? Yes. Why? Because it keeps me on point. Lately, with this channel, doing this has helped me improve some of my quilting habits. Now I got to put it on something with color. Does that happen to you? See, the top of my table is white. And when I'm doing something with white, like right now that I have to do a line, I can't see it. But I have a little cutting mat. That's another color. And there I am able to see things better. Okay, there's the line. It's just a little line. Put it at and make sure that it's going to go the right way. And is it going to go the right way? Yeah, it is going to go the right way. Because if I do it this way, no, it's this way. Yeah, there we go. And it goes that way. Yep. Okay. And again, I'm going to need a leader because it's starting at a point. And even though my machine is good, I don't want to mess up on camera. Let me find a scrap. It's big enough. Here we go. That's way big. Let me cut a piece of this off. Because I'll use leaders sometimes. I put it there. These are my paper scissors. This is a leader, so it's not important. Um, I'll put a liter just to make sure it doesn't get sucked in, and the stitch looks better. And since it is on a point that we're going to do, it comes out better. Again, this is just for me. I don't know if that's what, the purists think, but I don't care. Again, I'm going to do a scant 1/4 inch. I just want to make sure that I have enough, and I can always square it away. Here we go. Get it here. When it's tiny, again, I'm glad you're not seeing this because I know some of you, and again, I'll say this again, and I know it sounds rude, but it was who I am. I have my issues. I shake constantly. Hasn't stopped me from a lot of things. Doesn't mean that I enjoy shake. I don't like to shake. I wish I didn't have to, but I do. And I make do with my issues. So the shaking in my life, people on the day of my wedding, I've said this before, the day of my wedding I was shaking. But again, I do my stuff. I have never had any issues. I sew, again, doesn't come out perfect, but I don't care. So there we go. It's done. See how pretty? Look how pretty. So now, since it came out perfect, and when I say perfect, I mean, you don't see the green here, do you? These are my new glasses, and it's annoying. I'm trying to get used to them. So you see, completely white here, completely white here. You don't see the green back. So here we go. Now I'm going to this away. And these are too tiny. I mean, I know there are people out there that would use them, but I can't because I suck at that. So 1/4 inch here. Where are you? You know, I can use the small one, but no, I got you here. I'm not going to go searching. There we go. Cut away. And ironed away. Close you. Just do a little hand press there. I don't have to go to the iron, although I did change where the ironing board is. It's not behind me anymore. It's on to the side. So, okay, that one's done. And this is the way it's going to go here. And this is the way it's going to go. This is the one that goes on the bottom. Yes. This is the one that goes on the bottom. Oh, it's going to look pretty. Let me pin it so you can see what I'm doing. I wish I had a better stance I could show you, but I don't. So I make do with what I have. Okay. Okay. That's the bottom. And the bottom. Or it could be the top. It doesn't matter. Now I'm going to do the other one and then sew them together and we'll have the handle. So yeah. All right. Let me put this the way it goes here because I got to see. I'm visual and tactile, which means I have to see things. I have to touch. And like when I want to learn something, literally I have to write. If I write something out, like when I was in school and I wanted to get something done and do stuff for school, I would literally have to, my notes would be written out and I would write my notes and, hold on, I got to do this. On my notes, as long as I wrote out what I had to study, after I wrote it out, I wouldn't have to read it. I could literally I would remember because it's like the words would flow through my fingers into my brain. And that helped me out a lot. And it worked the same way. Okay, this goes that way, so it'll go up. No, see, I'm putting it on the wrong side. It's there, because this is where it's going to go. Up here. See, I want to show you. Hopefully it doesn't shake too much. Okay, here we go. All right, you see the handle here. This is the bottom. So up here is where the handle goes. So if I do it right, let's see. Yep, it's got to be on this side. Let me see. I'm trying to do this with my hand holding the camera. Okay, this is the way it has to look. See? You see it there? I hope you do. So when I sew, it's gotta be coming down. Okay, let me fix it. My camera skills are not that great. We do what we can with what we have. I'm going to, again, I can't help it. I sing all the time. But again, I was a musician for many years. I met my ex-husband. But here we go. Now this is gonna go this way. Is it? Please tell me yes. And then you're gonna go up. Nope. See, I'm putting it on the wrong side. Why do I always put it on the wrong side? Okay, there. All right. If I screw up, you're the only ones that are gonna know. Nobody else is gonna know. He's gonna know. No, he's not gonna. They're gonna know. Have you guys seen that TikTok? Weird. Weirder than me. And that's saying a lot. Okay, here we go. Again, I have enough fabric. If I screw it up, I can fix it. So yes, I hope the decibels are better. I hope nobody's got an earache or getting a headache from my voice. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to screw it up here a little bit. It went off the rails a bit, and I don't want it to. I don't want to have to fudge this because this is small, and if I fudge it, I'm gonna have to do it all over again, and I'm gonna get angry, and I don't want to get angry. And I'm doing small stitches because they're small. All right, there we go. Let's just fix this, shall we? Get in here. Nah, you think you're gonna leave me a small tail? This I do, and this I'm not gonna apologize for. I talk to the machine, and I talk to myself while I'm talking to the machine, and I answer myself when I'm talking to the machine, talking to myself. It happens. It happens, people. No, this way. That. No, this way. That's what I've been doing wrong. Okay, I think I see it now. And I'm shaking a lot today. There we go. There we go. This should work. God willing, this should work. Don't. There we go. All right. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it works this time. I'm telling you people, my hands today are no good. Nope. Did it wrong again. No, I did it right. I did it right. I got it right. But I'm going to have to do it again because I put the scant on the wrong side. See, this is the problem. I hope the camera picks this up. Okay. Focus. Focus. Do you see where the scant is? But if I'm folding up, the scant has to be on this side so I have more thread. So now, I'm telling you, imperfect. It's imperfect. I just have to do it again. It was on the right side this time, but just the stitch was on the wrong side because I'm folding it to the wrong side. So I will fix it. That's why I keep saying, look, when we're in the intimate area of our sewing rooms, because this is us, you know, this you're on your side of you. I don't know if you have somebody in your sewing room. I don't know if you sew with other people. I sew by myself. So literally, when I'm in here, when I had the sewing in here before I got you guys, I just came into my room and sewed. Prior to getting this room, see, I'm going to finish the thought. Prior to my daughter giving me this room, this was my granddaughter's bedroom, and I had my bedroom. So I had all of the stuff that you see in here was in my bedroom, all of it. My daughter said, "No, Mom, you need space." She said, "Do you mind sleeping with Mimi?" I don't mind sleeping with my granddaughter because my room for me is my bedroom. That's it. I don't spend time in my bedroom. I go to my bedroom to sleep. That's years of insomnia taught me. Your bed is for sleep. It's for nothing else. So having the sewing room in my room, there would be times that I would want to sew and I couldn't sew because I didn't want to make noise to wake up the kids. So my daughter said, no, mom, let's do this. I'll put Mimi's bed in here with you. There's space. Since you're never in there, she can play all she wants. And you have an area where you can sew and close the door and have peace and quiet. And that's what we did. And I am grateful. Believe me, I am grateful. It's good enough space before having this. It was good enough space for me. And I just keep collecting fabric and putting it to the side, creating a stash. But it's comfortable. It's peaceful for me. I come in here, nobody shares my love of quilting in here. I'm the only one. Nobody in my family quilts. I'm the only one. Nobody in my family sews. I'm the only one. So having this as my quiet space, but it's lonely. Not having anyone to share it with is lonely. I don't go to guilds because I don't want to punch anybody in the nose. And I mean that literally. So, I'm in here. I'm happy. I don't bother anybody. Nobody bothers me. But now I have you. Now I have somebody to talk to. Now I have somebody who understands my frustrations. Okay, let's see how this came out. Yay! I did it. 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 Okay, let me give it a quick press here. And again, I don't want to be on here too long. So this will be in steps, but here we go. Now I'm going to cut it off. See, now, because I'm using such small space, I can cut here. I don't like to, because I have to apply more pressure because of but I cut here. Okay. Close it. Yeah. Iron it down. Yep. And it's done. So now it's attaching time. And I'm going to attach the first one on the top. Should I open that seam? No, it's fine. I opened this. I'm going to show you the finished pillowcase because I finished it that same night with all its mistakes, but it came out cute. Okay, here we go. See, I don't need a leader for this part because it's straight edge. It doesn't suck it in. Making sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Done. The next one on. Make sure this one's on right. Yes, it is. Put this one on. Then open those seams and the handle is done. This little project, like I said to you guys the other day, I'm sorry, to you people, you gotta stop saying you guys because you're not guys. I don't know if you're all guys. As I said the other day, working this way has made me very happy. And there's the handle. Ta-da! Ta-da-da! All right, let me just press it. Here, I've been noticing on some stitches, it went crazy. I'm going to have to, is this a 1/4 inch? Is it? Yeah, it's a 1/4. Is it all? But why does it look like it went that way? Where's my trusty? Here she is. No, she's not. There she is. I love using, see, it did go off a little bit. It did. I'm going to have to fix that stitch. Okay. The other side is fine. Nope, it went off a little bit too. See, this is my problem when I'm sewing small. As I hold it under, I'm thinking, and I have a 1/4 inch seam. I'm always thinking, yes, it's going straight. But since it has layers, sometimes it veers off. And I promised myself that one of my resolutions this year was to improve my stitching. And since, again, no rush. And the only person inspecting my stitches is me. And now all of y'all. I'm going to try to become a better quilter. I'm going to try to become a better piecer, because this is piecing, people. This isn't quilting. This is piecing. Quilting comes later. And I am going to attempt, I'll see how far I can go. I'm going to attempt to quilt my big ass quilt. I can say it because Tata's not here. I am going to attempt to quilt the quilt I made for my bed, which I am dying. I already have it sandwiched. I am going to attempt to quilt it by hand. I have some implements that can help me do it. I don't have a stand. I've seen a lot of people that get that PVC stand. I'm not investing because I have no money for that. But I can do it little by little. Again, I'm in no rush. I plan on living 40 more years, so I am no rush to finish it, but I do want it. So, but I want to do it by hand. I want to leave it as a legacy to my daughter. It's not her taste, it's mine. I made her her own quilt, which she loves, but I want to make it for her. Oh my God, why aren't you going straight here? This stitch does not want to work straight for me. I'm going to leave it that way. I'm not going to keep on working on it. I'm going to leave it that way because it's like it doesn't want to, but it looks good. So I'm going to leave it alone. All right, now let me think. No, this one I'm going to put to the side. It looks fine. I'm going to set the seam. Wow. And again, these little things work really good. When you don't want to go to the iron and you want to keep on working, they're really good. I got this one. Temu. Go to Temu, people. It's in Temu. Really cheap. Really cheap. Again, I wish I could support some of the other ones, but not all the time. I'm sorry, but yeah, I got to work within my budget. I would love, and I feel bad. Believe me, I do. I have, let me think, there's one, it's Ready, Set, Sew, Chattanooga Sewing. What's the name of that other one? There's three. Chattanooga that I know of. There's one that I just don't have the name of it. Ready, Set, Sew, which is in East Ridge. Chattanooga Sewing Company, Sewing, which is where I got my machine in Hamilton Place Mall. And then there's the other one that's near Hamilton Place Mall. I can't remember their name. Those three, those are quilt shops and sewing machines. They sell machines, embroidery machines. They sell all that. I would love to be able to buy my fabric there. I really would, because they have such gorgeous stuff. And I have checked their bins when I've had money. I've checked their bins. That beautiful fat quarter, the blue that I have for my sister, I got that at Chattanooga Sewing, where I got this. And was it there, or is it Ready, Set, Sew? It was one of those two places. I love Ready, Set, Sew. Everybody there is so nice. They are so nice. If you can, check out their Facebook page, they are hilarious. But can't afford it. Not all the time. When I can, believe me, I go. I've gotten some beautiful layer cakes there. When I made my sister her beautiful runner, it was with a layer cake that I got there. But I can't afford it all the time. So unfortunately, I can't go. But yeah, when you can, and if you can, support your local quilt shop. Yes, 100%. But when you can't, you have to take care of your economy, your own budget yourself. And that's when I go and, Temu or Amazon or Walmart. Online, not even in store. Walmart, I got my stuffing. That's where I get it from, Walmart. And I buy it by the box. It's the cheapest place. Amazon, I do a lot of stuff on Amazon. Oh boy, almost everything I buy on Amazon. Literally, I do. And Walmart. Those are the two stores I buy from. Why? Because they're affordable for me. And the quality is, look, the quality is great. I got the last dies for my AccuQuilt from Walmart. Yes, Walmart. So it's not that they don't sell premium stuff, it's that I look for the cheapest one. So the cheapest place was Temu, and that's where it goes. All right, enough with that rant. Let's get back here. All right, so this is done. The handle is done. Ta-ta-ta. Now, I'm going to put the top part. I'm going to leave that whole little block of the handle ready. So now we're going to put the top white part that is, you guys come over here. It's 1.5 by 2.5. Okay, 1.5. This is 2.5 and 1.5. There we go. And that goes up here, 1.5 by 2.5. That goes up here. Let me see. Yes, that goes up here. Chun chun. So, what I'm watching out for now, oh man, I miss Fabric.com. Oh my God, I miss them so much. Fabric.com had such great fabrics. So freaking affordable. Oh my God, they were good. And they integrated it into Amazon and they lost all that great fabric. I haven't been able, because they allegedly are Amazon now, and yet I cannot find the fabrics that I would find on fabric.com. Can never find them. Okay, that's the top part done. Now we're going to do the bottom part, which is a 2.5-inch square. And that's this one. I always remeasure because, again, remember what happened to me a little while ago. I lose things. Okay. Then I will put this to the side because I got to iron this really good to make sure that it fits. See, I'm going to have to square this off because there's a little tail there. And I don't like tails because they confuse me. Yeah. Here we go. Where'd I put it? Alrighty. Wow. Get off. See, I don't like cutting on top. I don't. I really don't. But I did it anyway. See? No tail. Now come and put this here. And away we go. Again, I am not giving a tutorial. We're sewing together. This is a sew along. I'm not showing you anything. I need people to teach me. I would love to sit down and take a class. I just love watching. Tiffany for me is an amazing brain because my daughter identifies. I introduced my daughter to Tiffany, and my daughter identifies with Tiffany because these are people that visualize in their head and then execute. I can't do that. I can't visualize and then execute. Oh, crap. See? Look at the mess here. Do you see how it's a little crooked? This one is fine. This is the one that's crooked, so I'm going to have to fix it. Yep, and I can see where it's crooked there. Anyways, my daughter started to identify with Tiff because of that. And Dave. I love Dave. Dave's craft room. Dave's craft room. These are people that visualize. They don't work a lot with patterns. They don't need patterns. Let's put it that way. They can visualize what they want to do and do it. The way they do things for me is simply amazing. And their brains, the way they work. But then Tiffany, it's just like, oh my God, I don't hardly ever see her use a pin. It's just wham, ha, hoo, ha. I would just love to sit and watch her in her process. I watch her all the time, but be there present and just watch her go. She's just freaking amazing. She is. She's amazing. I love Becca because Becca's methodical. Becca will teach you. Becca shows you her process. Becca guides you, and her voice is soothing. And she's a great teacher. Now that's a tutorial because I can watch her go. And I have the video where they did the unicorn because I have it. I'm gonna do the unicorn. I'm telling you, but I want to watch them do it because how methodical they are, how they went through it. It's awesome to me. It really is. Tiff with her way of doing things, and then Becca with her way of doing things. Watching them both really inspires me. But I have a lot of other people that I watch that inspire me too. It's just, I need to see other people's processes and then try to find one that fits me. Donna Jordan, she was one of the first ones I started to watch when I got into quilting. I love watching her, but I can't follow her processes because of the way she thinks is way different than the way I see things. She did a chandelier quilt, and I tried to copy her patterns. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Tried to copy her, but her patterns are more complicated than I need. Then I found another pattern of the chandelier quilt, which was easier for me, and I was able to make it. And that's the quilt that I gifted to somebody outside of the family. The only quilt I have ever gifted to anyone outside of the family, and that was to my little friend up in Alaska. You know who you are, and I love you. I miss you. But again, that's the whole thing. I have to watch different ones to be able to learn from them and then implement them into my strategies. Working with the blocks has helped me. Doing this block by block has helped me. It helps me visualize, see my mistakes. See, because if I were doing this as a big quilt all of a sudden really quick, I would have left it and it would have screwed up the whole quilt. Now I can see my mess. Look at that. Do you see how it went off? And that's what's making it crooked. And how have I gotten here? By talking with all of you. Because I have to show you, so I have to look. I can't rush through it. That's how I approached everything in life before, and I've stopped doing it since I started quilting. So now I am going to fix this, and I will do it in the next episode. I'm going to leave it here for today because we've talked a lot. Anyways, I'm trying to keep my voice down, and I got to stop saying the word anyway because my sister watches and she says stop using the word anyway so much. So I will stop here. I love y'all. I will see you in the next one. Bye.